today I have some tips from a professional photographer. Sorry, everything in here is going crazy. I have some tips for you from a professional photographer that I actually got to meet in New York, and I had an amazing time. We were at a photo shoot, which is also where I met Katy Robbins. And I can't tell you all the details, but you guys know that you are my #1 priority, and as soon as I can, I will. So be sure to check for like Twitter and Blogger for recent updates. Uh-oh, I'm not logged in here. But I wrote down some of his tips for, you know, looking good in photos on 3 different situations. He's a professional photographer. He's been in the industry for years. And I thought that it would be kind of fun to share that with you. So he came from a very artistic background. His father was a sculptor and both his mother and grandmothers were painters. And he started photography just doing kind of documentary photography. He wanted to go out in nature, do documentaries and things like that. And he started working with other photographers as their assistants. Soon he found out that editorial photography, fashion photography was just as creative, if not more creative, than documentary photography. And he really got passionate about it. So right now he's a freelancer. He's worked with tons of huge magazines, tons of huge media outlets, and he really knows his stuff. So I asked him for 3 different situations, something for yearbook photos, something for like weddings, and then something for, you know, family photos, for kind of 3 different age groups, just so that you guys can have I don't know, just kind of an overall opinion and kind of a different look at his professional tips for looking good in those photos. So I first asked him, for kids who are in yearbooks, what are your tips for looking great in photos? And he said, don't try too hard. He said yearbook photos are just that, to look back on and laugh. So be yourself. Do what makes you happiest. Do you wake up in the morning and put on your makeup and feel like $1,000,000, then do that. If there's a wacky hairstyle, if there's a crazy trend, go for it, because those are all things to look back on and just look at yourself and either say, wow, or what was I thinking, or stuff like that. I remember my 8th grade yearbook photo. I was sweaty because I had just gotten out of gym class, and I was like, and one of my eyes was closed and my smile was like lopsided and my hair was all pulled back, and I looked, oh my gosh. If I can find a photo, I'll post it here, and if I can't find a photo, then there will be nothing there. But that's what I looked like. It was so crazy. And I think he's right. You know, just kind of go with the flow and be yourself. Next, I asked him for wedding photography. If you're a bride on your wedding day, or even if you're a bridesmaid, how should you look beautiful on camera? And he said the biggest thing is hair and makeup. If you're a bridesmaid, make sure that you have hair and makeup. Even if you're a guest, hair and makeup. But especially the bride, make sure you have a great hair and makeup artist. Reason why is because as a bride, you need to look great in real life, you need to look great on film, and you need to look great on camera. So you want to make sure that you don't have a foundation that's going to show up a different color, because some foundations have ingredients that will show up different colors in the light, or in a flash or something, and most wedding photographers use flash. He said he tried wedding photography and it was the hardest to do because you have like 1 chance. His tips are have a great hairstylist, have a great makeup artist, and have a great dress. And it's not really about posing or things like that, it's about being candid. Enjoy the moment, be yourself, be with whoever it is you're with, and just express that into a photo. So those are some of his tips for if you're either at a wedding or if you are the bride, kind of for a middle-aged range. And then something for moms or someone a little bit older is family photos. And I asked him, what would you recommend for someone who's a little bit older than I am, who wants to do a family photo? How would you say to look great in those photos? And I know I was expecting him to say something about, you know, wrinkles or posing or weight or something like that. He said, make it candid and show emotion. And when he said this, I was like, wow, this guy knows what he's talking about. Instead of just having the generic family photo where you're like all lined up and like, ah, we're a family, happy times. He says, don't do that. He says, make the photo memorable. All of the family portraits are always like, we're family. He said, make it something that is full of emotion, full of memorable movements and laughter and things like that. And that's what's going to make it different. Maybe you guys will all just be playing ball or laughing with each other or hugging each other, not the typical pose. He said make it candid and make it emotional, because that emotion is what's going to show through that photograph, and that emotion is what's going to make you guys look amazing and happy and really make that photo memorable. Because if you see 10 family portraits where all just like, we're a family, and then you see one family portrait where they're all just up in each other and hugging each other and there's laughter and smiles and just these wonderful emotions, that's definitely something that's going to stick more. So I hope this video was short enough. Those are just 3 kind of tips for different age ranges, different ways to look good in different situations. And he's a professional photographer, so I do trust his opinion. So let me know what you guys think. Do you trust his opinion or not? And I look forward to talking to you all very soon in the next video. Love you guys. Bye.